Yes, guys, welcome back to the Ilovesesh podcast. It's Mr. I Love House in the building. We got, the man himself, Fro in the building. How you doing, Fro?
I'm good, thank you very much. Feeling good. Thank you very much for having me on
Overdue.
the show.
Overdue.
This is it.
Overdue.
This is it. I'm a fan, so
Overdue. Appreciate that as well, brother.
thank you.
Obviously it's hot today. Firstly, Mazza. Boy, I don't know what's going on outside, but
It's good. It's summer, isn't it? It happens. We just need it a bit more, I think.
what?
Need it a bit more, then we can get used to it. Because it's nothing. It's summer, isn't it? Like it happens. People go abroad and get this. Like I'm paying money for it. If I can get it for free,
Yeah.
don't worry. 6 weeks time, we'll be out there building snowmen. You know how it goes.
Boy, I don't mind a bit of snow, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. But how you do though? How's everything? You blessed, like mental health, everything good? You in a good place?
Well, yeah. I would say I'd like to say so.
Yeah.
I'd like to say so. I can't complain. Things are the way they are, and I'm dealing with them. So
Yep.
I'm happy as far as things are going so far. You get your trials and your tribulations.
Yep.
You work through them. It's always good when you've got good people, good network around you, good people that you can talk to, let out. I don't believe in trying to deal with everything on your own. It's not always good, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Okay, I love that. Well, how we're gonna break it down. We're gonna break down the journey.
Wow.
FRO, but it's like I said, I'm gonna start it off anyway. Work rate's been mad, epic, outstanding. Fuck it.
No.
Fuck it, outstanding.
Thank
Work rate's
you.
been crazy.
I'm truly grateful.
Literally, every time I go on my feed, I just see Fro doing what he does best, which is a good thing. People better not lie because it's the truth. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just being honest. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I see everything. That's my job. Do you know what I mean? Selected coast MCs who are on my radar, and you're one of them. And
Thank you.
I think it's a breath of fresh air as well to an extent. Obviously, you've been doing what you're doing for a very long time, but obviously the transition over to what's going on here, which is, like I said, a lot of people have told me, listen, not to be disrespectful to any other host or MC, but a breath of fresh air is a breath of fresh air. Do you know what I mean? New energy is new energy.
No, I
you
suppose,
know what I mean?
yeah. Looking at it like that.
Yeah, if you get what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? So obviously, I appreciate you for that as well. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's obviously self-motivated. Obviously, you're around good people as well.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Splendid family as well. Petchy, splendid family, social family.
Yeah, big on the splendid.
You know what I mean? I see the whole movement, which is strong and it's a unit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like having good people around. Obviously, like you say, I've been hosting, MCing, whatever, holding a mic for many years, different genres. So I was over on the jungle scene. That's where I love jungle. That's my heart. That's my roots, if you want to call it that. Bashment, R&B, dancehall, ragga, whatever you want to call it. Like those movements there, I've been about on doing that. Garage, did a stint there as well. Now the house scene, the Afro house, the Amma, the tribal, where I am now, yeah, it's like you say, a breath of fresh air. This scene right here for me is like that. It's like jungle. I was in love with it. I was like, you can't take me away. There's nothing better. And then you just end up moving about and meeting new people, doing new things, getting involved in new projects, whatever it takes you places, innit?
yeah,
So then I had love for those other genres and stuff, but nothing since the jungle has got my adrenaline pumping like
it's happening now.
what's happening at the music that I'm involved with now. So I think when you love the music or the scene or the craft that you're doing, if you love the thing that you're doing, you like it.
It's
Makes it a bit easier or a bit more. It invites me more to work.
more enjoying.
Yeah,
for you
more
to
enjoyable.
yourself. Yeah,
So jungle, I was eager. I'd be like, give me that. I'll be like, what's going on? I'll be interested. The rest of them, I was kind of like, if it comes, it comes. This, I'm actively trying to like find out what's new and find out what's going on. I love this music. The producers, that are out there making these beats. I just sometimes I sit there and I listen to tunes and I'm like, yeesh. Like, what is going on to my ears? And then I think, yeah, great. If I get a chance to work with this, yeah, why not?
Yeah, no,
I'm loving it.
It's transition's been crazy within the last, I would say, I'm not going to say Corona, but I think Corona's changed a lot of stuff, a lot of things. It's opened a lot of people's eyes to natural talent, to people who deserve to be where they deserve to be. That's me personally, do you know what I mean? Because I feel like the transition before that till now, before Corona, there was just a standard unit, that's how I'm going to put it, and it's just no one looking out of that box at all. At all. It was just that wave, that DJ, that host, and done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
somehow this thing that happened, what are we, 2 years now?
Yeah,
2 years ago. This thing that happened 2 years ago, there's a big group of people that was taken aback, rocked, stopped, forced into whatever, and there was a group of people. I don't even like to say a small group because at first I thought it was, but now that I'm seeing it, like the amount of people that are, no, I was doing it. So there was a group of people that took it and utilised it, flipped it and made it work for them. So the whole birth of, live streams became really popular. Before people were live streaming, but no one was paying any attention.
Yeah, no attention at all.
Then all of a sudden live stream had to be the only way. So then that became the main thing. A new talent comes through because everybody was locked on. Before, no one was really forced to look at new talent. If you was new and you was trying to push yourself out there, you was throwing yourself into a big pool and no one was paying any attention to it because there was lots of glitz and glamour and everything else was going on. So you never literally got a sort of spot. But then all of a sudden, all of that got locked off and there was only one hole to look through. So if you were standing there, people saw you.
100%.
So I feel like it helped me, I'm not going to lie, definitely, having my main guide, my main influence, the reason probably why I am here on this house scene, and that's shouts to DJ Pecci all day, every day. Soul Shore movement, like those guys there, that movement, Pecci was the one who was part of the people that was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm going to continue. I'm not having it. And he made it work for him. And I was like, oh, where you going? He's like, I'm going over here. I was like, I'm coming. He was coming in. So from that point on, it was literally like that. I had a conversation with him and I was like, right, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm doing this. You come in? I said, yeah. And he took me somewhere and I was like, oh, what the backside going on in here? I said, is this what's going on?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, bro. I was like, okay. When's this happening again? He said, I'll let you know. I said, make sure you do. And from that point on, he literally just was like, bruv, be ready. I'm going to call you. Be ready. I said, Petch, when you call, I'm already there. Yeah. A man was calling me and I was like, I don't know why you're calling me. I'm outside. So I was there.
Yeah.
So
facts.
from that, I just followed him everywhere. Like, it was him that gave me the opportunity to, he introduced me to, if you like, this scene, all the major players, if you want to call them that, like all the people in this scene that did stuff. It was him that brought me, because I didn't know these people. I didn't know they existed. I saw a couple of names on flyers. I wasn't really into the scene and I didn't have a way in. And he was like, no, come with me. And then I was like, who's that over there? And he was like, oh, that's so-and-so. And I'm like,
oh, yeah.
I know him. I've heard of him. And he's like, yeah, that's my brother. So, yeah, without him, straight up and down, if anyone was ever going to try and say, oh, I'm responsible for being, no, stop. Unless your name is DJ Pecci, please do not say that. And I say that because I have heard it. Like, I don't want to get into it too much, but I have heard that talk already.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to everyone that's ever put me on a platform, ever put me on a flyer, on a stage or whatever, and allowed me to do my thing.
Yeah.
So I come and I do my thing and you like it and then you invite me back again. Okay, that's how that works, I guess. Same for every DJ, every host, every MC. That's how it works. But the reason why I was there in the first place, you saw me because of this guy. Like, so I do owe that to Pecci. I don't care. Like, and the Soul Shore movement, that's my family. Do you know
yeah. Obviously, that's your team. So it's
big
understandable.
Up my gang as well, Daddy G.
Big up Daddy G.
Yeah, come on.
Big up Daddy G
We're
every
there,
time.
man.
Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's your team and that's your unit. So I understand. Obviously, I've been into house for a minute. I'm just swaying over to you guys more now. And you know that I've been around like Lekka quite a lot. Tabs, big up Tabs every time.
Large up the Lekka
I've been around a couple people, even when they've opened me up to it's opened up my sounds, my ears in it. You know what I'm trying to say? And I think the sounds is wicked. And I think every top DJ should have a host, an MC, to an extent where it's his own. You know each other's vibe. When he touches them decks, you should know what's happening and the height is going down and what's what and what's not. He should just look at you. You should just look at him, and it's that time. Do you know what I mean? But I think there's chemistry, not in that way. I see chemistry, you know what I mean? And I think it's a breath of fresh air. Not even in a rude way or nothing, respectfully. Like, even before that, I didn't really come across you before, you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, and that's why I keep talking about it is a breath of fresh air as well, you know what I'm trying to say? Some people are masters at what they do, you know what I mean? And that will never change. But me, I'm just a kind of person where, like, sometimes I just want to hear something. I need new energy, you know what I'm trying to say? You know what I mean?
I hope I bring that.
Yeah. Look, like I said, I think at the moment, and I said this is respectfully to all the other hosts. This is so respectful, innit? But at the moment, it's you. I put Terminal 4 as well. Obviously, Cold Steps is Cold Steps. You know what I mean?
I have my little...
Yeah, you know the tear. Spidey. You know what I mean?
Steps. Spidey.
You know what I mean?
One.
Like, but at the minute, it's just, if you talk about who's hot and who's making things happen,
yeah, definitely,
it's definitely Term and you at the minute. I feel like that's me personally, innit?
Thanks. But if you ask me, I can't vote for myself, and if I have to vote for people, then I'm saying without a shadow of a doubt, and there's no way, and this ain't a breading. It's not. It's natural. I met Terminal at a friend of mine that passed away. We did a memorial service, and he was well known. R.I.P. Baby Sham. And a group of artists, DJs, MCs from grime, garage, everything, all got together. We was doing a live stream, a memorial, because it was like the year he passed, like, I think 19, and 20 was what it was, lockdown. So we all got together on a live stream thing, and he came with a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, and this DJ was like, "Oh, this is my friend Terminal 4, like, he's coming into the, like, he's the host, my host and all that." Yeah. I was like, "Yeah, cool, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah." And I remember I did my set, I did my thing, and then he went on, and I'm sitting outside, like outside the studio sort of thing. They're in there performing, doing the live stream, like streaming and that, and we was all vibes and chatting outside. And in my peripheral, my ear, I can hear this guy.
That's like going like, yeah.
And I was
right, who's that?
Wait, stop, what's going on? So him sitting on the beat, and I was like, has anybody realising what's going on in here? Like, we're having some, like, stop talking. Have you seen this guy? Who is this guy again? So from that moment I met him, I was like, rah. And I said to him that day, I goes, "Bro, I don't know if anyone's told you this, but you're about to kick down some damn doors."
Facts.
I said, "You're about to change the game. Like, I'm not even ramping. Like, what you just did in there," I said, "Is this what, like, why haven't I seen him? Maybe because I'm not part of the scene, or maybe because he's just come, but whatever it is, yeah, his path is set to go. He good to go." Obviously you got, like you say, your goats, the legends are already there and that. So if you want to say people making moves, yeah, there's a couple of people coming through, but definitely I'm calling his name. I rep him all day. Large up Terminal, man.
Yeah, every day. But I'm kind of like cutthroat with it, innit? Like, I would just say, I mean, I think there's a couple out there who's just, I don't even know how to get the look in. But you know, it is what it is. Who am I to say anything, innit? But I'm
can't be everyone's cup of tea, innit?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Cup of tea, but there's some like nah.
It depends on what you're looking for, I suppose, as well. So for me, I'm like, there are
like what's the
categories?
There
are categories of MCs, so or mic men, hosts. So the difference, MCing, hosting. Yeah, it's the actual what you do. Hosting and MCing, there are two different things to it. I get that. What are you, a host, an MC, or an MC host? For me, I'd like to say I'm a mic man, so I'd like to think I can put a competent performance in all those categories. If you need me to just come along vibes and bubble and just like introduce and get it, you know, just keep people entertained, I could do that. And if you want me to come and lay down the law and hype it and get it, like, pop it off for the 45 minutes or an hour, then I could do that as well. So I suppose it depends on what you do. Not everyone can do
both, or maybe
one own. Yeah. So that's why some people go, nah, man, I don't rate him. That's because you're looking for the energy guy, and he's not the energy guy. So you can't say you don't rate him. It's just the fact that that's just not his lane. That's not his lane, innit? That's not his thing. So, but I have respect for everybody that does what they do in their own bits, because you might be that guy that just does the hosting. And I stand there and amazed at how you can just keep that one level, because I might get excited and go, and nah, you have to keep it at that level. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's what I need to learn to do maybe. So there's always someone who's got that extra edge to me that, yeah, so I don't really have a problem or issue with other whoever gets the shot. You're there for whatever reason it is. It's not mine to question why. But.
So I need to do some host special where it's just all the hosts in the scene. You know what I mean? And just, that's I just was saying. I might be pushing it and jumping the gun, but you know how it goes. Everywhere's political, but mate, someone needs to break the barrier, innit? And I'm trying to break barriers, innit?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I hear that.
I have to see stuff first, but I wish that could just happen, mate. Like, just
some people will be sensitive to that. That's what I mean. Some people might be disappointed in the outcome of the result. Like they get they get further down the list than what they thought they would be, and it's like, what? And
that's what it is, man. Everyone just throw it half hour, 45, and just get on with it, man.
Yeah. No.
Everyone just wants prime time. Everyone wants, you know what I mean? United goes. I get it. There's egos about. There's people who feel like they deserve to be there and there. You know what I mean? So I'm not really. Yeah. It is what it is.
I can't do egos. I can't do it.
But you must have an ego to an extent. You must have So if I booked you for 10 o'clock to 11, you still come and chill it.
It is what it is. You're going to book me for that. Look, if you feel that I'm the guy that's the electric guy and brings all the vibe and the energy, then surely if you're going to book me at that time and there's going to be hardly anyone there, then ain't you wasting your time and money? I don't know. But whatever, it's your decision. I'll still come and put in the performance. I'll put in the performance because it's my name, innit? So you've booked MC Fro. Someone's told you to book MC Fro because he's mad. Like, he's hyped, he's vibes, whatever. So MC Fro turns up and he's just vanilla. Then you'll be thinking, really? What? I come and I put the performance in, and then maybe next time you throw an event, you're like, you know what? I ain't having you on at 10.
Yeah.
I'm giving you what? Earn it.
But you know, one thing I've noticed, I was even looking out for it as well. You see, like, maybe there might be like an event. There only might be 2 hosts, so the 2 hosts would host the whole event. Do you get what I mean? There's some events I've been to basically where there's like, for example, it might be me at 10 hosted by, for example, NSC or something. Then it might be someone at 12 hosted by Jamie or something like that. Or there might be, I don't really like it like that. Personally, like every time there's change of DJs, kind of change the host, innit? I've been to 2-3 ways like that. I don't even want to.
Yeah, you want someone to sit.
I just want So basically,
a whole section, and then maybe another one to do the other section.
Yeah, so like obviously, I've got Amon Afro and that coming up as well. Whatever. That's just a conversation for another day. Yeah. And I just want 2 hosts. Well, sorry, I've got 2 hosts, innit? Yeah. Obviously, including yourself, but there'll be 2 hosts. You know what I mean? Which is you and whatever. And I just want you just to do the whole 10 to 4. I don't.
And that's where I think, like I said earlier.
And that's sorry, can I say something quickly? And I feel like that's where that I don't want too much change of shifts, like where the energy just go all the way. Because like I said, I went to a rave, and they kept changing the whole energy of the thing. And I was just thinking, and I was scanning it, thinking, nah, man, it's not. Up, down, up, down, up, down. I don't even want to. Like I said, my guy's rave. I got love for him, so I don't even want to go into all of that. But nah, I just need 2. Oh, sorry, I've got 2, which is the 2, and that's it. That's my advice to everyone else. But obviously, who can I say to anyone who's been doing it for years, innit? That's their
Some people do it. But I suppose what you're looking for, then what you need is the 2 hosts to be fully competent in, like I said earlier, being a host and being a hype. So they have to be able to bring the package to carry the night all the way through. So you're either going to have someone who can't do the hype, and then your night's never going to be hype, or someone who's hype and he's just hype and burns himself out or whatever. And then you need someone who can balance that out.
Hype and hype and hype.
You can go hype and hype. He wants us to go from needle drop to end, yeah.
Hype and hype and hype. Like you said, they MC and talk, innit? So when you know the MC thing, you just talk it through a bit.
Yeah.
And just
that's the skill set that you got to have in it. I think now, especially nowadays, you got to have that skill set. Maybe you can't just be that guy. Maybe you have to have a bit of that and a bit of that as well to be the complete package. That's how I look at it. And hopefully, I'll deliver that, because that's what I try to be. Not saying I've mastered it. Got work to do. Do you know what I mean? Never going to be master of it. I'm just going to be that guy that's always trying to improve that bit. Do I need to improve my hype bit, or do I need to improve my like host bit? Which bit do I need to improve? Because anyone that tells me, oh yeah, you was a bit, I'm up for it. I'm here for that. Give me that feedback.
Yeah.
Because that's only going to help me get better. Yeah. And I very rarely listen back to myself. It's a cringe thing. I don't know what it is. It's a cringe thing.
Yeah, I don't listen back to myself.
A lot of people say, "What, you don't?" I don't like it. But yeah, I got Petchy gassing if he was in. He's that guy. Yeah, in my ear, bruv. And I'm like, no, Petch, loud. He's like, no, I'm telling you, you did. And I'm like, Petch, yeah, all right, cool, but yeah, no.
But that's what you need, though. That's what you always need. Listen, you always need that kick, no matter what.
Yeah. People say, but
that's it.
I love him for it as well, because it's kind of like. But then he does. I think there's 1 or 2 times, and he's like, bro, I'll tell you what you need to do though. You got to do this though. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, no, you got to do that. Like, we smashed it still, but you got to do this. Yeah. Like, and I'll be like, all right, cool. And then I think, yeah, but that's probably once or twice out of about 100 times. This guy's like fully, yeah. But I appreciate the feedback. Even if other people like whatever message me, come to me, tell me, see me, and like, yeah, I don't care. I'm here for it. Don't take no criticism as negative. I'll take it all as positive. Just means I wasn't your cup of tea. I'm gonna try and improve so I can get your demographic then.
So you see, like when you host,
yeah.
Do you get into like a freestyle mode where it's just like you're just?
Yeah, there's been a couple of.
You're just running with it just to see how it's going, or
couple of occasions you end up, and when it works, it works. God forbid it ever goes wonky live on set. But yeah, there are times when you just sort of think like, I don't know, the DJs get creative or whatever, innit? And it's just like they come up with something, and it just makes you go into one, and then it kind of works. Sometimes after a set, I'll be thinking like, oh. Remember that bit because I want to do that next. What did I say? How did I say it? I said it like that, but I didn't do it like that, and I didn't flow like that. Yeah, no. But those ones there, those are the good ones. Those are the good ones. It's like, it's never rehearsed. It's never scripted. It's always like you have a generic idea of what you're going to do. So you kind of know the tunes that your DJ is going to play. You kind of know what you're going to say on a certain tune. You might have a favourite tune that a lyric just fits. Like, I might use one lyric 3 or 4 times throughout the night, but there's one particular tune where that lyric just works, and when I do it on that tune, it sounds better than when I did it that time or that time.
That's what I was even going to ask you as well. Have you got? Is it a thing where it's like specific tunes you got specific bars for, or do you kind of just you'll just know?
Sometimes, yeah. No, I'm not even going to lie, and that comes with like hearing new tunes. Like I said, the producers that are making these tunes now, like sometimes a DJ will just drop something, I'll be like, what the, what's this? But then when I hear it, I think, oh, do you know what? Da would fit so neatly on that. But I've already been rinsing it on this. So I'm thinking, okay, now I'm going to move that lyric to that song. So whenever you play that tune, this one's going to come out. Those that know me know about my no vaccine bar.
Yeah.
So there was a tune in particular that used to fit on so neatly, and it fitted so neatly on with that. So whenever so now Wigman, Petchy, and myself, we work closely. The 3 horsemen, we work closely together. So there's certain tunes, and I get the nod from Wig. Wig will be like, and I'll be like, and then I hear it drop, and I'm like, okay, so I know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, it's not like a rehearse thing. It's just like a feeling. It's like, I feel this lyric goes well on this tune. It does fit on this tune. It does work. He'll drop it. I'll drop it. But then next week, the next producer is going to make a beat. It's going to get thrown out there by someone. I'm going to hear it and go, like, this fits on it. And then it will be that. It just happens like that, innit? You just do what you feel. You feel in the music, and what you've got in your repertoire comes out on it. More time, it's like that. But yeah, if you're doing so many events after a while, do you know what I mean? The set becomes
it just goes normal. Yeah. So how's the political side of things on the MC hosting side? Obviously, there's politics everywhere. like we've discussed, obviously.
Never seen it.
Obviously, you know, like we said, DJs might not want to be on the same fly as each other. MCs might not want to MC with each other. Hosts might not want to host with each other. You know, like, the same thing. Do you think that will ever change? Do you think don't one person have to be the bigger person and say, do you know what, fuck it, we might not get on, but let's just get the bag and go about our business? ain't that possible? Because I feel like I keep saying, I ain't doing this, ain't going on that. But in my head, I'll be like, mate, I'm coming. And I'm just going to, even if we don't talk, I'm coming. Right. I'm going to do my thing and I'm gone.
Like I said, and this isn't me trying to sound politically correct for the camera. I don't really have a problem with anybody. I can work with him or her or them. I don't really care because I don't actually have a problem. And I haven't, like, if somebody's got a problem, then they need to come and tell me that they got a problem with me. I'm pretty much going to tell them that's a you problem. I will still turn up to the events and do my thing. Make the crowd happy, whatever, make the promoter happy, get paid, go home, come back next week and do it somewhere else in another venue, at another event. I don't really care. I get why people do it. Obviously, I'm not stupid, so I understand why people have this issue. Oh, yeah, he's the type of guy to and you know what? That's your problem, that's your business. Me personally, until you actually call my name.
Then it's what it is, isn't it? Really, isn't it?
You know what I mean? Like, I'm a sponge. I'm just nice and soft and I'm just mellow sitting there. Call my name, I'll turn into a brick real quick.
Yeah,
and
you're
going to know.
No, facts.
You know what I mean?
It's all facts.
So,
it's all facts.
I hopefully, so far, thank you. No one's...
No, I think... I
haven't come into that.
It's not as intense.
Close.
Yeah, I can imagine. But I don't think it's more intense. I don't think it's more intense for hosts than... See that DJs.
No, I think DJs. I think it's more. I think it's
It's just up in. Everyone's just up in everything, innit? Which is it is what it is, isn't it? Really, to be fair, do you know what I mean? I would say my advice is just to keep yourself to yourself, innit?
That's it.
You're there. When you're gone, you're gone. See, when I'm gone from this, no one hasn't got a clue. Obviously, I post, innit? But
but
like, I used to overthink things, like, especially when it comes to, I wonder what he thinks of that. Then I kind of got out of that cycle. So it's either you come, we do the interview. It is what it is, innit? And we go from there, you know what I'm trying to say. Before I used to think, if I interview Fro, I wonder what Jay might think. I wonder what he... And that's how I used to think, if I interview that DJ, what would he think, bro?
Yeah, like, should I put Fro on before I put him? If I put Fro on before him, he's going to think, no.
Yeah.
Can't do it. And can't do it.
You can't please everyone.
Yeah, and you can't then turn and make these people, like, live in your head rent-free. They've got you switching up you.
Not being me, not being real.
Like, that don't make sense to me.
100%.
That don't make sense. I do what I do because I'm me and this is what I do. And like I say, if you don't like it, that's a you problem. I'm not doing anything to affect you. I haven't gone out of my way to try and put myself in front of you, block you, hold you, push you. If you've interpreted my work like that, again, that's a you problem because I don't have no reason to move you. I don't have no reason to. Like, it's a big old place, this world.
100%.
Yeah, and there's a lot of events going on. Like, while I'm in East London emceeing here and you're in West London emceeing over there, how am I affecting you? Like, how is that happening? I don't get it. Someone's in North, someone's in South. Like, please. Yeah, I don't get it. So it's people's interpretations of other people. That's where it goes.
I think it's who you're around as well. What I've realised in this industry as well. I feel like people will judge you for being around certain people, which is not, it's not even an issue. It's just That's why I'm kind of not even in a disrespectful way as well. I'm kind of careful where I go as well. Do you know what I mean?
That's a shame in some aspects because you might want to go and move with that group and do
you know what I'm trying to say? But
what, you're rolling with them, man?
Basically, but it's because I've been behind all of that already. You know what I mean? I haven't even been doing this for mad long, and I already but then I cared, but now I don't.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And I'm happy that now I don't.
Like, you can't because you're you and you do you, and it's working. And all of a sudden, you're going to let somebody and their opinion start controlling you. What's that about?
Yeah, rent free.
Yeah,
what's that about? So it's like, mate, anyone I feel like it's going to be on. I don't care. If you hate him and he hates whatever, I don't care. It's not that. It's nothing to do with me. But mate, at the end of the day, I'm here for the journey, innit? I'm here for what you're doing, what you're doing for the scene, and what you're doing for the audience. And I'm trying to say. So
people associate me, Soulshore, Pecci's host, to a degree. Yeah, Wigman and Pecci now, whatever. But it doesn't mean you can't book me. Like, for instance, we mentioned them earlier. Our boys, Lecker, like, that's family right there. I met them through Pecci. If it weren't for Pecci, I wouldn't have met them.
Yeah.
Now, if they want to book me, they can book me. That's not going to cause a rift between Lecker and Soulshore. No. But there's other firms or other entities that might look at it like that and think, you can't do it. for me, that's ludicrous.
Yeah, shocking.
That is crazy behaviour. Like, are you for real? Like, do you know what I mean? And if Pecci ever turned around and said, oh yeah, no, I'd be very confused because I already know him, or I like to say that I know him.
But would you not do it though? If he was like, look, I don't want you to host for that brand, would you not do it?
He'd have to give me a proper good reason. Like, I'm talking, why? Because they violated on this level, like they did this. And I'll be like, oh, right, I didn't know. Okay. Or, nah, there's something you don't know about them, man. If you get seen with them, man, a whole ton of other men are going to come for you, or da-da-da. Like, you have to give me a real biblical reason for why I'm not going to do that. Because other than that, I'll be looking at him going, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, bro, sorry.
You know what I mean? What? And he never would. There's events that have tried to book me or wanted to book me. The event's gone and passed, and I've posted like, "Oh, right, that looked mad." And they was like, "Yeah, bro, we wanted you there." And I was like, "What stopped you from putting me there?" And you didn't ask me. Yeah, because we didn't have room for Pecci. And I was like, "What do you mean you didn't have room?" Well, we wanted to book you. We had our DJ lineup, but we just needed one more host, and we thought of you, but we didn't have room for him. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what.
Yeah.
It's not making sense. Explain. And they was like, yeah, used to it together. Like, no, we're very good friends. We are a unit, the Diamond Duo. Yeah, now the three or whatever. But you could have booked me. Like, he's not going to go. Oh, you know what I mean? It don't work like that. So people need to get that out of their head. With me, definitely. And with if it's happening with other people, can't speak on it. But if it is, people need to come off of that, man.
I think maybe you've missed. I think you've missed a couple of bookings due to people thinking and not knowing.
Yeah, and it's just crazy because,
you know
what? Like, we're all big people out here and we're all out here working in the scene, and it's good for me. If I'm over here doing this, there's people that are going, that's throwing it from, like, we're throwing his name will automatically ring in your head. So, hey, it's more exposure for him and he ain't even there. Same as when he's over there doing his DJing thing. There'll be events that don't have hosts. Yeah? There's events that don't literally have hosts. They don't believe in it, they don't need it or whatever, but they want him. Now, are you not going to book him? Bearing in mind that he's like, you know what I mean, the DJ that he is. Come on, he turns over dances like for fun. So if you want a good performance, you need to book him, innit?
Yeah.
So you're going to book him, and he's going to do his thing. But you're not going to book him now because you think you need me. No, don't be so. Like that kind of mentality as well. It's got, and all of that can be squashed with simple communication. You know what I mean? Don't know why people have suddenly forgot to communicate and ask questions. Just ask a question, innit? Like, I'll either say, no, unless it's him and me, I ain't doing it. Or I'll say, yeah. What time do you want me?
Facts.
That's what you got to do. Just talk.
Facts. No, it's all facts. So I wanted to ask you about this UK AMA. Is that what we will call it? Is that what we're calling it? And it just...
Like I say, I'm new to the team, so I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody, and I wouldn't call myself the spokesperson to... I don't even know if I'm qualified to talk with this, but I get what you're saying because... Listening to the music, Amapiano is South African. And when you listen to it, when they play it, whatever, it seems a lot slower.
Way slower.
And then we play it.
We speed up a bit.
Yeah. So I don't know why or how, but that's what I've heard that term floating around. I don't know if it's a legitimate term or if it's just a slang term that we've coined. But for whatever reason, if you want to call it that, then yeah, that's what we play. We play UK AMA, but I don't see it as that. I just see it as we just play it quicker. It's more energy, it's more hype. I was at an event recently and there were some artists from South Africa that were on the lineup as well, headlining the event. We've done our thing. A lot of our local guys, people we know and in our scene have done our thing, done their thing, boom, boom, boom. They've come on now and there was a host. And he weren't even buzzing it up. It weren't even like, I'd say like me, like he was literally just a host, just very mellow hosting, just keeping the crowd like involved. And next thing you know, he was, and let me add, in my opinion, one of the best on the mic that we have in this scene. So competency levels, I wouldn't even say. So basically, the DJs have asked for him to come off the mic. Now, I've seen this happen before because maybe the person on the mic wasn't doing what he's supposed to be doing. The person that was on the mic, mate, you can't ever I wouldn't even question his ability. He knows when to go up and he knows when to go down. He's been doing this from before probably the DJs were even born. So he's competent fully locked, yeah, and they asked for him to come off.
But they did, not us. They did.
Yeah, they did. The artists, the DJs were like, they pulled the promoter and they was like, yeah, can you like get him off? Like, I'm guessing it's because in their culture, in their thing, they don't have hosts. They don't have us.
No one talking over.
They don't have no one talking over it. So you just let the music do the thing. That's all very well and good here, but understand that you've come to one of our events. This is how we do it. You've come to our house, yeah. So, all respect that we've called you over here to come and perform your music and all of that, but you've got to have a understanding of how we do things here, and the crowd out there would kindly appreciate someone on the mic giving it a little bit of seasoning. Like, not saying what they were doing was bland, but we'd add a little bit to it, but they weren't having it. And they asked the promoter to have that, and the promoter kindly spoke, and the host was like, you know what? It's cool. He didn't even bother. And that's a magnitude of the man. He didn't even go, nothing. He didn't scratch. He was like, hey, listen, that's what you want. That's what you want. Don't make if I say one verse or if I say 10 verses, you're still got to pay me. So he was kind of like, okay, fine. And I was standing there thinking,
How would you have took that? If that was you and they told you to come off it, how would you have took that? How would you be mad at the DJ or would you be mad at the promoter? Because you have to be mad at someone. So
yeah. I'll be honest. At first I would question myself. Was I doing something wrong? I was in the privileged position of standing to the side, and I actually got to speak to the promoter to find out what had happened. Like, it was like, we see it happening. We were standing on the side, innit, and we see what happened, and we was like, what happened there? Because we all knew it can't be nothing he's done on the mic, because that guy's
specialist.
that guy knows what he's doing. And they were like, nah, they said them, and it was like, okay. But then the promoter was like, I'm kind of pissed though, because they got to understand that they've come to my house.
Yeah, but you can't be pissed because you let it happen.
And then I thought, well, yeah. So it was like that. Now I get the promoter's point, but I also understand that you want to be respectful. We've invited you, they've invited them over, and it is what it is. And it wasn't a big thing, because even the host was gracious in understanding and was just made it that much easier and smoother. But yeah, underneath in the belly, people were probably a bit bubbly, a bit fuming about it, but no one showed it, because we don't do that. We're big people and we act professionally and accordingly, innit? But yeah, if you're asking me how I personally would have taken that, my first instinct probably would have been to go to myself and go, what did I do wrong? Second, I would have just probably taken that stance of, it is what it is.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Me? Yeah, no. Yeah.
Might go home and cuss about it on the way home in the car.
I want money, bro. I say sweet, not
kissing.
Sweet.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. That host is a professional host, because that's sweet. Maybe if it was someone who was trying to be somewhere that is not yet, maybe someone who's a bit
might have gone left.
Like, what did it? Because you know what I mean. Whatever. That's just that. But you know what I mean. And there's people out there. You know how it goes. You know
it wouldn't have been a good look for the production either, because you'd have had everybody staring at the stage, going, "Whoa, what's going on there?" And we don't want that. So, kudos to the host for being that gracious and taking that step and dealing with it so magnanimously. So, like, dealing with the pie, the par, dealing with it in that way. And yeah, everybody that dealt with that situation dealt with it accordingly. But yeah, it is kind of one of those things when you think, really? Like, because we do it, we're used to it. So they're just looking at it from a different view, innit? They don't understand, or they don't rate the idea of what we do.
So is there anything that you would change in yourself as an MC, as a host? Is there anything that you would want to say to up and coming hosts as well who are trying to break through?
Just carry on doing what you're doing. Please don't fall into this, I ain't getting a look in because the same four are on the same four DJs, same four MCs are on the phone. I'm just shut up. God, I want to wring these people's necks. Some of these people I know, you know what? I see a Facebook status. After 23 years of DJing, I've decided that the scene is what it is, and it's just full of hateful, backstabbing, cliquey people. I'm hanging up my headphones. Mate, hang them up. Hang them up. the scene is not going to crash and burn because you're hanging up your headphones or you're putting the mic down. I can't stand it. And then 3 weeks later, you're back out releasing new music or back DJing. Like, shut up, give it a rest, stop moaning. Like, the reason you're not getting the shot is because you're good for your brother Martin and your next door neighbour George. And that's where it stops.
Just moaning.
Oh, my mate, he's brilliant, my guy next door. Yeah, mate, he's brilliant for you, but he's clearly not brilliant for the guy that's got to lay out $1,000 on a venue, another $1,000 on a lineup, another $1,000 on promotion and production. Like, he's investing, and your guy's bringing who? You and your mate Tim. Great.
No, it's as well. It's just like, I've told a lot of DJs, especially up and coming ones as well, that look, man, you need to understand that people who's been in the game for, promoters been in the game for 10 to 15 plus years are not going to change the formula, regardless.
It's working.
Regardless of,
people are putting money down.
Yeah,
mate.
so you've got a formula. It's worked for 10 years, like I said. The only thing I really see, they will do 1-2 tweaks. Like, not to be disrespectful to anyone, they might give somebody a warm up.
Yeah.
But that's how you start anyway.
Start.
And I told them, listen, you just got to build your own lane. And that's what Andy Mills told me. You got to build your own lane in this thing. You know what I mean? You got to build yourself.
Big up Andy Mills, because he knows as well. Like, he's been one of the people that probably had doors closed and it slammed in his face. Yeah? Whatever. So he does his own thing. Much like Petch. Had doors slammed in his face. People were just putting blockers for no reason at all. Like, he ain't... he has got better. But I'm saying, he was a badass DJ 10, 15 years ago, and he's a badass DJ now. Now everybody wants to book and say that he's tearing down the dance. Well, he would have teared down the dance 10, 15 years ago. But for whatever reason, you just didn't want to let him come to the dance.
Everyone has their time, so...
Yeah. So like, people will sit there and say, my comment just now about, the guys that whinge, man, shut up whinging. I'm sorry for you to say that, Fro, because you're on the first of the bank. Mate, there's flyers with my name on it from 1999 and that, like, little 1-2 flyers here and there. I haven't been on the main stage. My name ain't been getting called. I stood in a petrol station 3 months ago. I was in a petrol station putting petrol in. And this random guy got, yo, well, go on, Fro. Yes, big up. I don't know who the hell that is. Right. That didn't happen to me in 99, in 2001, 2005, 8, not all the times when I was doing whatever I was doing. So like you say, people get their time. I wasn't hot or whatever then, like what I am, if I am that now. I wasn't that then. I never said, giving in. I just carried on doing what I do. Okay, so now I'm getting some shine and it's working. Yeah, but it wasn't. So all that time, I didn't sit there moaning like I can't stand it.
But I just think it's just a generation we're in now. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I've seen big people with beards doing it.
Yeah, but I think the respectfully, I would always say respectfully, the older ones who do moan, I think they're more moaning on the fact that they've been doing it 4 years and they ain't getting the recognition they want to what they still feel like. But
why is that?
But obviously time goes forward, innit? And that's how I look at it. Even if you've been DJing for 20 plus years, whatever, and you've got a big name, time still goes forward. You know what I mean? If you get what I'm trying to say, it's so.
I think it's a lot to do with the fact that they're just not good enough.
As well.
And I'm not being big-headed all the time. I'm not trying to, but that's the reality as well.
But there's some good DJs who don't really get booked anymore. There's wicked DJs.
Put yourself in a position to get booked then, because they're doing something wrong. I think I'm not gonna boil it down to them DJ. I'm boiling it down to their energy they put out. That's what I'm saying. Put yourself in a position to get booked. So maybe if you're this great DJ, but you're walking around with a sad face and you're talking a lot of negative shit, no one's going to want to book you, mate. No one's going to want to give you the chance.
I see
Stop that.
I see a lot of that.
You're killing yourself. That's what I'm saying. People are killing themselves. You actually are good, but because you've got negative energy around you, no one's going to want to fuck with you. No one's going to want to give you the chance, and therefore you will never be discovered, and therefore you will sit there moaning, when really all you had to do was put a smile on your face and just chill, and sooner or later someone was going to go, yeah, what you got for me, mate? And then hear you and go, rah, get up here, get up here.
Come and do your thing.
Yeah? But because you're standing there like this, someone's going to look at you and go, I don't want to talk to him, he looks like. But he's got bangers ready to blow. But no, because, so again, it's either you're not good enough or you're actually killing yourself with your attitude. Yeah? And I get it, it's annoying and it's frustrating, but you can't expect to wake up in the morning and win. Some days you got to, do you know what I mean? The sun don't shine every day, does it? Like, some days it's raining, some days it's cloudy.
100%.
Just chill. It will come.
100%. Well, look, Fro, man, thanks for coming down.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Obviously, you know we had to do this again, obviously due to issues or whatever, which is only right. But I feel like this conversation was even better than the first. I feel like it's not that the first one went natural, but I feel like this one was.
I'll be honest, like I said, I'm on Ilovesesh podcast. I was sitting there the last time, like, and I'm still sitting there a bit starstruck, but a little bit more comfortable because I kind of thought, look, I'm here and thank you. I can't thank you enough for having me on there. Like, it means if you're thinking of me, then I must be doing something right. So for the rest of you lot, I'm trying to. I'm coming.
Trying to make it happen. But yeah, love, Fro. Thanks for coming on.
Respect,
appreciate
brother.
you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.